G'day legends, just on a bit of a adventure into the bush. I'm on the lookout for, oh hello, I'm on the lookout for things and I've just found something. As usual, I get lucky sometimes as soon as I turn the camera on. I'll say that, but I mean this might be nothing. I'm looking at something. Hang on, let's switch camera. Right, so I'm looking at this outcrop along here. You can hopefully make it out in the video. It looks, yeah, to me, my instinct says old mine. I've checked the GeoVic website, like a geology site. It lists lots of old mines and all the diggings and things. I'm not really in that sort of area and there's no listed mines, but I'm in the region and there was just heaps that weren't marked, that weren't registered, just a lot of illegal mines and things like that. I reckon this is what this is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can see the pile here. Someone's been working here. Maybe they were just living here, but it looks, no, that looks dug in or caved in now. But you can see I've been piling rocks up, clearing that out of the way. We got piles on the side there, maybe remnants of mullock heaps and other things. Yeah. Pretty cool. Might be worth checking out, doing a little test here. I'm actually not on a gold hunt today, and I'm not really in a gold rich area. Well, you know, not like Central Bendigo or anything around there, or the Whipstick or anything like that. I'm a bit in the wrong direction here, but I'm on the lookout for, you know, portals, things that would feed crystals to grow, and hopefully we can dig up some crystals today. But yeah, anyway, that's cool. It's an old abandoned mine shaft, I'd say. It's just caved in, or a dig site. It looks like they would have gone in pretty deep here. As you can see, yeah, that's fully caved in. So they've dug in here. Yeah, I might suss this out. Could be cool. Could be nothing. It's not really a good... I'm sort of confused as to why they were digging here. Maybe they're mining something else. I'm not getting all the indicators for this sort of area. Yeah, lots of piles of rocks all around. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to press on and yeah, hunt for some crystals and fossils. I'm watching out for snakes as well. I've had a few encounters lately. I'm a bit on edge because there's like been a lot of brown snakes around me. What's this? Looks like sedimentary. Is it fossil bearing type? And where did it come from? It looks like it is. It's a bit too thin to split. I won't find anything in that, I don't think. Hasn't got the indicators. Let's keep pushing up. Ooh, lots of quartz here. It's a bit more gold ore looking. It's mafic. It's so iron rich silicate. All right, keep going. Can't stop and look at every single thing. I gotta stay focused. I'm looking for the richest spot to dig, or even just some uprooted trees. You see those, you've got to have a look if you're crystal hunting. That's a nice bit of quartz from a vein. That's from a reef of iron, hematite. Something gold for a second there. No, it's one of those bugs. They like to stick on it. It's not coming off. Anyways, it's just a bug. Yeah, that's a nice piece. I'd almost want to crush that, but nope. It's not quite right for me. What we're looking at here is a small quartz reef exposed directly out of bedrock. The bedrock is tilted and fractured, which tells me this ground has experienced tectonic stress, likely linked to nearby faulting and past seismic activity. Quartz reefs like this don't form on the surface, they form deep underground when silica-rich fluids move through fractures in the rock under heat and pressure. And as I excavated down through the feeder quartz on top and the iron-rich clay, the geology changed. Reds, blues, and altered clays appeared, feeding into feldspar, hematite, and other mineral phases. That color change is a big clue. It shows fluid movement, oxidation, and mineral alteration along this fracture zone. which you can see in here. Below this, the massive white quartz that was on top, those same fluids had space to cool and crystallize, forming small clusters of clear quartz, which I'll show you at the end. So while the quartz itself formed from hydrothermal fluids, the surrounding pressure, temperature, and later tectonic movement are what exposed it to me today. And this is a great example of deep geological processes becoming visible at the surface, and why quartz reefs are such important indicators in mineral-rich ground. And you can see me holding here a bit of that mineral-rich ground there. You can see those colors in that. Beautiful, really good indicator, and really encouraged me to just keep digging, go deeper. I'm considering going back there. I only sort of scraped the surface. I've only got a very small result. I filled a bucket and ended up with just a couple of small pieces, which I'll put the picture up at the end of those. But yeah, I'm thinking that spot is quite promising, and there could be a vug down there worth digging into. I'm not sure what sort of quartz crystals I would find. I'm probably expecting just clear quartz based on the mineralogy of that area. Here we go. It's almost blue clay. You're getting aluminium, titanium maybe. We're getting a lot of minerals here. And then looking in here, I can see, I think I've hit the actual real pocket of crystals. So I'm fingers crossed they're all intact. I was sort of digging a bit furiously. But I've got some scraps and stuff already. Whew. All right, I got my bucket of goodies. Yeah, we'll see what we have when we get to some water. I can tell I got a few things, but I don't think I got anything really super complete crystal wise. But hopefully there's some things that are clear enough. These partial formations that, they're probably no good for crystal collectors, but for lapidary work, maybe. Anyway, fingers crossed. That was a bit of a dig.